left a message on the after hours line. Potential Poundcake sighting is what they asked.
Alan, it's Andy in Brecksville. I wanted to see if Poundcake was in my town today. I stopped to get some gas, and there was $10 on the gas pump. I know that's his style, so just want to see if Poundcake was in Brecksville on Monday at some point. All right, love the show. Bye.
Poundcake, were you in Brecksville at some point on Monday?
I was not, but listen, I didn't invent putting in $10 into your tank. Sometimes it's hard out here.
Shaq does it too. I get you.
Times it's hard.
You and Shaq.
Hard.
I understand.
Like sometimes people, that's all they got.
But you got to keep going back and refilling more frequently than you would.
Not if I don't go nowhere. Everyone's like, "You're a shut-in." I'm like, "Yeah, I put $10 in my tank. I'm gonna make this last to the end of the week."
I understand. All right, so no, Andy,
$10.
It was not Poundcake. Listen, I got I'm getting updates from Steve, who is our bureau chief in Redway, Colorado. He's down there at the bottom of the mountain. $6.09 is the gas out where he is right now.
Oh.
Yeah, you go broke filling up your tank. So yeah, people are obviously, with good reason, freaking out about the gas. We're gonna be a nation of pound cakes.
Meanwhile, your congressmen and women are like buying stock in gasoline, so no big deal.
Well, yeah, I mean, America is the world's largest oil producer. So
why don't we like to use it, though?
Well, here's the thing, though. You can be, after the financial crash in 2008, we kind of started moving in that direction. Being energy dependent, though, doesn't mean that you control production. The global economy, no matter who the president is, doesn't matter who you have in the White House, they don't set gas prices. The global economy sets the price of oil and gas. So, like, I was kind of going back and forth with some listeners. They were like, you said we're a net importer. We are. But we export more petroleum than we import. But we're a net importer of crude oil. So we refine it and then export it. But, like, Russia isn't even one of the top countries that we import crude oil from. That's like Canada, Mexico, Saudi Arabia. So it's just very, very complicated. I think banning, Russian oil is the way to go about it. And obviously, oil companies don't ever want you to have an electric car. Transitioning to, environmentally friendly forms of energy, that is a plus completely across the board. It's better environmentally. It's better for national security. Quite frankly, that's something that they're going to have to be focusing on a lot more in the midst of everything going on. Long term, it's better. It's better for agricultural states. So when they're like, oh, there's like, if you watched any of the White House press conference the other morning, there's 9,000 unused drilling permits. So it's not that we can't get it. It's the oil companies know they're not using those because if the supply is short, they can jack the prices up. But again, we don't set the price. It's part of like the global commodities thing. And we still subsidize oil companies. Like taxpayer money subsidizes oil companies, which is something they should get rid of like a long time ago. If you're making billions in profits and then you still get to gouge us anytime there's some kind of international crisis, I don't know why that's a great idea. So if you've watched any of Poundcake came in like a few breaks ago, barges into, I shouldn't say barge, he just swung the door open. Yeah. Russia bombed a children's hospital. Like, yeah, I think they did that last night. The bulk of the coverage today is that, it's a war crime. Bombing a children's hospital or maternity, pregnant women. So there's going to be a lot more people who are doing the Poundcake move. $10 at a time.
Man, I'm just saying.
No, I feel you.
$10. Every time I go in there, 10 on 7, please. He's like,
I got 5 on it.
He's like, you sure? Gas is, $4. 10 on 7, please. I didn't ask how much the gas was. I know how much I'm about to pay for gas. my prices never change. Forget skyrocketing gas prices.
I need 1.5 gallons of gas in my car. Thank you very much.
I didn't understand. I was like, everyone on Facebook is complaining. I can't believe gas prices are so high. Well, why are you paying so much for it?
Well, not everybody gets to sit at home.
No.
Not everybody can be an invalid. You're doing your morning job at home, yeah?
No.
But you could.
But every single time I go in, I put 10 in.
They had a clip from a dude who spent $110 to fill his car up. That's no joke, boy.
He could have just put 10 in.
Yeah, but then he'd be back at the gas station every day.
And then he could put another 10 in.
Right. But why not get it at $4.50 than going back every day as it's incrementally going up? You're going to put that $10 is going to be stretched thinner and thinner. Make more sense. Let's say gas is $4.50. And again, I will completely cop to the fact that I'm not especially impacted by gas prices. Not to be a dick about it, but I don't know what gas costs right now. But let's say it's
$3.89 or something like that.
Let's say gas is $4 a gallon, right? You put $10 in, it's going to get you farther than if you get it every day. But again, your usage doesn't seem to be that much.
Gets me further in my mind, though, because I have to justify.
But your mind has nothing to do with monetary,
I'm like, am I going to put this $15 in and then just sit at home? When
why
I can
not?
Use that,
but
put 10 in,
right.
And then 5 for snacks at the gas station.
But why not? Right, but your car won't run on snacks when you need gas, is my point. So why not fill your car up when it's $4 a gallon rather than going back every day when it's $4.25, $4.30, $4.35, and you're paying that $10 is stretching less and less. Again, your car, you do you. But there's no shortcut really. Just like there are no thin people at a craft beer festival. There's no shortcut with rising gas prices. But you do your $10 thing.
I just feel like my car don't even be deserving to have that much gas. Like, you don't need that much gas.
It doesn't deserve it.
It doesn't deserve it. You don't deserve $25 worth of gas. You get 10.
Everybody's talking about gas. I don't see anybody talking about wheat prices. The cost of wheat has gone through the roof.
I don't have to buy 10 gallons of wheat every week to get to and from places.
No, but think how many... Listen, first off, if you're gluten-free... you're going to inherit the earth. You'll just be too frail to enjoy it. But between the Ukraine and Russia, that's like 30% of the world's wheat. So those costs are through the roof. It's no small thing. I know gas is a big, big deal, but so is wheat.
I mean, everything's expensive right now.
I know. But I mean, you students of history will remember, something as simple as the price of bread going way up. That's what led to the French Revolution and the Russian Revolution. The Arab Spring in the Middle East a decade ago was because of wheat.
Is that why the Entenmann's guy died?
Yeah.
He saw the wheat prices and he's like, I'm out.
That's right.
I can't afford this.
It was Tsar Nicholas of Russia, and the assassination of the Entenmann's guy was what started World War I.
No, he just died yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Was that why somebody wrote some dumb article on ranking the Entenmann's products?
Yeah. I didn't know he was still around. I thought that was something that was a legacy thing but he was 92.
Oh, wow. So Russia and Ukraine are the wheat superpowers of the world. Russia is the world's biggest exporter of wheat. So it's going to make vodka prices go up. It's going to make a lot of things go up. So I understandably and rightfully, people are talking about gas, but wheat is falling through the cracks.
Charles Edward Entenmann.
And it was Entenmann, right?
Entenmann.
We all say Entenmann, but it was Entenmann. Okay, so I didn't see that he died, but I guess that makes the random Entenmann's article wise.
Well, I think they just announced it, but it happened February 24th.
Dead at 92.
Yeah.
He started the company or his family started the company?
I think he started it.
Okay. Boy, imagine you had such a recognizable name like that. And not something, not for I don't know.
Just something
You just had a recognizable name.
Yeah.
People go, oh my God, something that people like. You know, it's not like you're part of the Sackler family, you know, who are always just bad press, top to bottom, from OxyContin and all that stuff. Your name is attached to something people love. Donuts.
donuts and just
Muffins.
baked goods, man.
Yeah, muffins.
I haven't had an Entenmann's thing, any of their stuff in a long time.
No, I haven't either. But they always have premium placement. Entenmann's always has their own, not even an end cap.
They
have
understood.
They have their own island at in grocery stores.
Yeah. They understood how to move product.
Yeah.
Said, we don't want to be in here if we're just on a shelf. We need, like it was like a table or an island, and it was always in the middle.
We need to put it in, literally in people's way.
Mm-hmm.
They need to bump into our product. And then they'll go, oh my God, donuts. Charles Entenmann was a grandson of William Entenmann, a German immigrant who founded a bakery in Brooklyn in 1898. But still, he's only 2 generations removed.
Yeah.
They moved to Long Island, the son took over, and then the grandson took over. Wow. They pioneered the use of see-through cake boxes. Before that, everybody was like, hey, it's just cardboard box. How do I know what's inside? They go, let's put a little window on the box so everybody will not only see the word donut, but believe us. Last thing you want to do is get home, open up that donut box, and there's a bunch of cookies in there.
Seeing is believing, you know?
That's right. Yeah. The brand has been sold several times and is now owned by Bimbo Bakeries USA. I think Bimbo is a Mexican company.
Yeah, isn't that the place that just bought the Lakers?
Might be.
They're doing, or no, that was a Korean place.
I think Bimbo is like one of the largest foreign-owned companies in the United States. A friend of mine who worked for Red Bull for 20 years just started doing like corporate sales for Bimbo or something. Bimbo. Yeah. While Entenmann's cakes and pastries have tempted generations of Americans to break their diets, the recently deceased Charles Entenmann was not among the fans.
Oh, no?
He didn't eat Entenmann's cake. He just wasn't a dessert guy.
Well, his grandpa got an entire, more than a generation of Americans to be obese and have diabetes, so that's your legacy, bud.
But still, nobody's forcing them down their throats. Nobody's jamming donuts down your pie hole.
You got the
That's why it's called
ones,
a pie hole, not a donut hole.
If you don't have milk with you, it feels like it's being forced down your throat.
Yeah.
Those things are dry.
Alan, I'm moving to Texas from Parma, and I'm contemplating selling my arm, leg, and sperm to cover the gas cost, as I have to drive a U-Haul. I don't envy anybody doing that right now.
I almost cried driving to Utah, moving my friend.
Yeah, his girlfriend's driving her car to Texas, and he's driving a U-Haul, pulling his car.
No way.
Woof.
No way. That's too much liability for me. I end up going in lanes I'm not supposed to, going under, like, not bridges, but what are the signs? Like the clearance signs.
Overpass?
No.
You mean just like the highway signs?
Oh,
There's
I see.
highway signs, there's like, however many feet clearance. Nope, I'm just going to go right past. Hopefully I can make it. Like, not paying attention to nothing. I don't like that. I would rather pay for convenience of movers than to drive anywhere across country. I would never do that again.
That's why I didn't understand that convoy. There was the trucker convoy up there in Canada where they were allegedly protesting mandates and whatnot. And of course, it's all just one big grift. It's all funded by like American right-wing action groups and all that. And they said, we're going to bring one to D.C. And the whole thing flopped because they didn't take into account that D.C. traffic sucks. And so all these truckers were just sitting there in regular... They didn't even make it to D.C. proper. They're just sitting there on the Beltway. But I didn't understand... What's the point of driving really slowly in a super inefficient vehicle to protest gas prices or whatever else? But I don't think they even got into D.C. They were like zooming around in suburban Maryland or whatever. And it's a lot harder, by the way, to protest mask mandates when they aren't really around anymore. There's really nothing for them to protest anymore, so it's just this other, like...
They're bored.
We're gonna well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you need liberals around to trigger if you want to trigger the libs. That's all these things are. They talked to one woman about why she was out there protesting in her truck.
Are you really concerned about right now?
I don't want them to digitize us.
You don't want them what?
To digitize us. I don't want to take medicine that'll hurt people.
What was the word you used, though? I haven't heard that.
Digital. Digital.
Digitile? And what does that mean?
They're trying to make us robots. They're trying to make it where we have no choice and nothing. To where they can control us from what they put in our bodies.
And eventually we'll actually be robots?
Not robots. They've already got a full man-made working female robot.
Yep. My husband owns one. He got it from Real Doll. So, yeah, she didn't want people to digitile her. I wonder if she had a box of Entenmann's in that truck. I don't want to put things in my body that are bad for me. Would you like a donut? Oh, that sounds good. A glazed donut right now? Entenmann's. Those things were like doorstops. That's the hook on those.
They stick with you.
Delicious.
Digitile.
I don't want him to digitile me.
I don't think they will, though. I think she's safe.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's going to digitile her.
Any artificial intelligence is more intelligence than she has.
You want to try that again?
Artificial intelligence will give her more intelligence than she has.
That's not part of the Poundcake sports break, is it?
No. Cancer is, though.
What?
What a tease.
Mm-hmm.
Cancer is part of the Poundcake sports break?
Yep.
Who has cancer?
I guess we'll have to wait and find out.
Yeah. It's a tease.
I see. And you're feeling good about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell you what, if you do a great job, I'll let you go on the bar crawl.
You'll let me go on the bar crawl?
Yeah.
You'll let me call off of work?
He has to okay you being there. Any and all station personnel in attendance have to be personally signed off on.
Do not.
By Bill Squire. And you know how unlikely that is because that involves paperwork. So you do not want to make more work for him.
You can't digitally cosign?
No.
It's not the kind of digital that I'm into.
He doesn't want to get digitiled at home.
Yeah. I'll digitile you by a gazebo.
Alan, the raspberry Danish from Entenmann's is the best, and you cannot get them right now.
Oh, no.
Why is that? Did they take them off the market in reverence to the late Charles Entenmann?
Maybe there's just a raspberry shortage?
Yeah, maybe so. Produce has been pretty iffy lately.
Yeah.
Maybe the Entenmann's people.
Man, that is one of those things that's a bummer about produce. Like, I had an orange today, and it was just an okay orange. And it was in a bag that, like, all of them been good. And then this one was just meh.
Oh, yeah?
Such a bummer.
It was a mealy orange?
It wasn't mealy. It just didn't have the flavor that the other ones have had. The other ones have been very flavorful, and then this one was just kind of bland. And that's always a bummer.
Huh.
You don't get that problem with processed food. That's why people love it. It all tastes
That's
the
why
same.
people love processed
Tastes
food.
the same. You don't get one Dorito and you're like, oh, there's no Dorito flavor on this Dorito. No, it's all Doritos.
That's right.
Sometimes you get more than you could, than you're expecting, but you're not mad about it.
It's why even Goldfish crackers now have to be flavor blasted.
Yeah.
Because our taste buds have been so hammered and destroyed over the years, you can't differentiate one food from the next. So now everything has to be flavor blasted just to get through so that your brain can recognize what you're eating.
That's cheese of some sort.
I'm going to need my taste buds blasted, please, preferably with flavor. Let me break. The aforementioned Poundcake Sports Break is ahead of you. After this break, I'll have Tool tickets for you. That show is a week from Sunday. Tool back at the Romo Fijo. The last date on their North American